Hey everybody, welcome. It's Tuesday. I don't know about you, but I'm having a hard time remembering it's Tuesday and not Monday. It was so nice to have a nice long weekend. I hope that you enjoyed your weekend. I hope you had some nice weather. For those of you that I know have been a little bit struggling with not having electricity with the crazy storms that went through not too long ago, I hope that all of you are safe and back in with light. I know how hard it can be, especially with this heat. And some of you folks in the southern states are having a tough time. I am Timmy. I'm an independent designer with Couture, and I am super excited to be with you here tonight for another fun DIY project featuring some awesome Couture products. So I love being able to share some DIY ideas with you to kind of get you excited and motivated for creating some gorgeous DIY home decor for yourself, maybe even to give as gifts, and share how it is that you can just take this time for yourself and enjoy a little downtime after a crazy busy time, right? This is crazy. September's crazy. Labor Day's crazy. I don't know what it is, but all of a sudden, right, we are smack dab in the middle of everything. Back to school, whether you have kids that go back to school or not, it just seems crazy, right? Hi, C. Mary Kay. Be sure to say hi and pop on in and give me a big wave and some hearts if you see anything that you like. Hey, Beth, nice to have you join me tonight. I so appreciate it. So tonight I am going to play around with our club transfer. If you don't know about our club, be sure to type in club in the comments and I'll be sure to fill you in. It is the coolest club around. Hello, Mary Kay. And I am just loving this month's transfer. I actually just got it in the mail this weekend, and already, as you can see, I've been playing around with it. We're gonna play around with it a little bit tonight on a couple of different surfaces, and I am going to teach you how to make these darling little cinnamon pumpkins. They smell so good. If you're looking for just a cute little decor item that you can add to your tiered trays or add to a wreath or just stick on a shelf so that things smell nice, these cinnamon pumpkins are totally for you. They were introduced to us by our awesome designer, Brenda, who is the most amazing, incredible idea woman I've ever met. And she shared her recipe with us, and of course I had to jump right in and give it a try. So it's super easy, and I bet you have most of the ingredients probably right now already in your home. So I'll teach you how to make those, and then we're gonna have some fun crafting. So I've got a couple of different surfaces we're going to play with today. This is our box frame. It is a 9x12 and it is reversible. So it's got a wood side and it's got a whitewash side. As you can see, I already have a saying on this side, and I use this as actually a tray on my table that's right inside my front door. And I love this saying. I love it. It's a great place to kind of put some keys when I'm walking in the door, or put a candle on here, or some fresh flowers when I am looking for somewhere to put it. But I am going to use this side to add a new decoration. You know what? That's the awesome thing about two-sided boards. You can totally do that. And I love this whitewash side, so we're totally going to use that. And we are going to also add a little embellishment to this cute little 3x3 box frame. If you haven't seen these yet, they are super cute. They come in a set of 4, and we even actually now have little stick-on magnets that you can put on the back of this, so you can actually use this as a magnet on your refrigerator or anywhere you have a magnetic surface. We're going to put a little saying, a little design on there. And then the third surface we're going to play with is this awesome wood cutout. This is part of our autumn leaves cutout shapes. They come in a little acorn and a leaf and then an oak leaf. So a maple and an oak leaf. We're just going to play with the just one of them today. And of course we're going to play with our Hello Autumn design, but we're not going to use this exactly as is. I just created yesterday my first design with this on our door tag, and it came out really cute. It needs a few more embellishments. I've got some fun things I'm going to add to it, but I'll show you a video of that later on this week. I'll pop it in my VIP group, so if you're not a member there, be sure to type in VIP and we'll get you in. But we're going to kind of do something a little bit more laid back, quieter colors, more going in line with the colors that I have that I just repainted my living room with, which are some grays. And I'm also going to add in a little bit of a shimmer with this orange. I see Steve is watching. He's downstairs watching the Red Sox game, but it's kind of nice. He pokes in and says hello, don't you think? So we've got grayish, and then we've also got storm. So 2 different shades of gray. By the way, this grayish, totally my favorite, and it actually is discontinued. If you love this color as much as I love this color, I do have a couple left in my inventory. So if you're dying to get your hands on one, you just let me know and I'll hook you up. All right, so let's start with doing a little bit of chalking on these surfaces, and then we'll jump in and show you how to make these cute little pumpkins. They're going to actually be cute little embellishments right here on this tray, really. So today I'm only going to be using the hello on the leaf. I'm going to use the word autumn on this, and then I'm going to use some of the embellishments on this little guy, and it's going to come together in a cute little display. The other thing I'm going to use is a strip of one of our plaid transfers. So any plaid that you have will do. This particular one is no longer available, but I really just wanted something really subtle. So we're going to use this first, and we're going to do a combination of the light gray, dark gray, and then the pumpkin shimmer. So I'm going to lay down a piece of that here and create a line, and then we're going to actually put it across this way as well to make kind of a crisscross pattern. So I need a couple of squeegees here, and open up our chalk paste and get started. All right, so here we go. We've got this storm, and then a little lighter gray, like I said, grayish, so you can see it in comparison. And it looks like it could use a little stirring. Gets a little separated sometimes and when it's been sitting, so you'll want to just, oops, grab a stir stick here and give it a stir. And there we go. This is about the color of my walls. You can tell I really like this color. It's a nice light neutral gray. This is a little darker. And then my Shimmer Pumpkin, just for a little splash of fall color here. And this is going to be really, really subtle. This has actually got a little bit of a shimmer in it, if you can see that. So it'll give it a little pop of color and a little sparkle too, because, you know, who doesn't like a little sparkle? I know, although if Pat is watching me, she told me the other day she hates glitter. So I don't know if that means she hates glitter paste too, or just glitter, because it gets everywhere. She's kind of like my daughter. My daughter hates glitter, sparkly stuff. She hates when I buy her cards that has sparkly stuff on it. Makes her crazy. All right, so let's do our storm here first with the outside color. And we're just gonna be really careful here because it is pretty close to the edge. If you're worried about going over the edge, you can tape it. Little placement tape. See, and I already did. I made a little boo-boo. But I am actually going to try to make this look kind of rustic. So, and the way that I'm going to do this is actually take a little sandpaper and rough it up anyway. So I'm not too worried if it goes over. So we've got our darker gray, and then in our middle, I'm going to use the orange, that Shimmer Pumpkin, and then I'm going to use our lighter gray that grayish on the solid line. So we don't need a whole lot. A little goes a long way, as you guys know. And then this dotted line is going to be this pumpkin, Shimmer Pumpkin. So if you don't get this all covered, that's even better. Because you know what? We want this to look kind of rustic and worn. That's the look that we're going for. So we've got a little bit there. And you can see that little boo-boo I made. No biggie. If you have a board eraser, while it's still wet, we can take the board eraser with a little bit of water on it. Let's see if I have a little piece over here. And rub that off, or we can just simply sand it off. But a little board eraser did the trick. See, totally gone. Right? Easy peasy. While that is drying, we're going to let it dry, and then we're going to actually put this across the other way. And we're also going to do the same treatment on this cute little guy over here. So we can do that too. So let's put him over here to let him dry for a minute. And then we'll grab this guy and do the same treatment. So when this guy is sitting, he's going to probably sit like this, right? Because it'd be kind of silly if he sat like that. So we're going to sit him like this, I think. So we're going to kind of do that in the direction of how he's going to be sitting. So I'm going to do him this way, I think. Get this out of my way. So the same order that we just did on the other one. We're going to do the dark gray down here. And then we're going to add the orange in the middle. And then we're going to do that same crisscross. So the grayish here in the solid line. And these wood surfaces, they're super cute and fun and chunky. We have leaves and pumpkins this season. A gorgeous gourd. This would work really well on too. Hey, Deb. Nice to have you, my friend. My broadcast keeps getting interrupted. Oh, I'm so sorry, Mary Kay. You know, sometimes internet connection can just be wonky. I don't know if it's on my end or yours, but I hope that if you can't see it and you can come back and watch the replay, I usually find for some reason the replay is happier. I don't know why that is. Silly, right? All right, and then we're going to pull that up, and we're going to let that get ready. So, see, he's cute, right? So just imagine he's going to be sitting like this. So that's going to be kind of even. We're going to put another line going up this way, and then we'll have the word hello here and the word autumn on our bigger surface. While we're waiting for now this guy to dry, let's pull out this fun piece and begin adding some embellishments here to our little 3x3 box frame. So I am going to start by putting this big leaf on with the grayish. So this lighter gray. And we're going to add the darker gray with the little smaller leaf. And then, see, look at that. Cute, right? We probably need our drying tool. That will make things go a little faster, huh? Of course, I don't know where I put my drying tool. I already got a mess. Look at me, making a mess. That's all right. This one actually is probably already dry over here. So let's grab it and see how we're doing. We can start adding in these other pieces. That looks actually like it's almost dry. Let me just grab my little drying tool just to make sure. No, my drying tool is MIA, people. Oh, I see it. I see it. It's a very busy time here in my studio because we're working on getting ready for a really big, my biggest ever vendor event. If you are in Connecticut, you know about the Durham Fair. The Durham Fair is one of the largest agricultural fairs in Connecticut. And I, along with my fellow teammate, Brenda, will be there. So we are getting ready. And we're so excited to have that opportunity to be together to do that. Okay, so this is dry. And we can take our used piece. No need to clean it off. And then we're going to do a little crisscross. There we go. And the same thing, we're going to do our light gray in that solid line. And again, since we're not washing this in between, we might get a little bit of a lighter look. That means it's just going to be a little bit more rustic or vintagey. Totally right up my alley. If you don't want it to be rustic and vintagey, then just wash your transfer in between. No worries. All right, and here we go. We've got our Shimmer Pumpkin. Sometimes I find that when I use the shimmer paste, it does get stuck in the screen. So if you really want a clean transfer, then just make sure that you wash them in between. That will take care of it for you. And then lastly, we've got our gorgeous Storm. And again, if you go a little bit past the green transfer area, you can simply just use a wet board eraser and pick it up if you don't want the smudge. Or use our handy dandy, not our, but you know, our normal sandpaper trick. Sandpaper is definitely your friend when you're working with chalk. There's a lot you can do to correct boo-boos that way. Here we go. Pull that up. It's definitely looking a little more rustic. I am loving the look. I hope you guys will like it too. So here we go. So we've got this pretty kind of rustic design that we're working on here. We're only doing two sides, and then we're going to use the word autumn, and we're going to use our Storm to add in the autumn. So we're going to put that down here and let that dry. Check on our leaf, and he looks ready to chalk over as well. And remember, so he's going to be sitting like this. So we're going to put our next piece crisscrossing over here. And this one's going to be even more rustic looking because, as you know, we've already filled up the screen a couple of times. So it's going to give it a really nice rustic flair. And by the way, I get a lot of inspiration from my fellow designers. This inspiration came from my friend Sage. She has been totally inspiring me lately with her amazing designs. The pumpkins that we're going to do in just a few more minutes is an inspiration from my friend Brenda. And together, I think, with a little spin on it, I think we're going to end up with a cute little set that will look great on my entry table. There we go. I'm loving this plaid look. It's really fun. All right, so here we go, look. Right? Isn't that pretty? Just kind of simple and understated. Hey, Rosemary, thanks for watching. Hey, Rhonda, nice to have you, my friend. Thank you so much for purchasing a kit for my next online virtual event. If you guys have not heard yet about my virtual workshop, I'm getting together and celebrating my birthday with all of you. And we'll be doing a virtual workshop on September 28th. If you'd like the details, just go ahead and comment virtual in the comments and I'll be sure to give you the scoop. Gonna be chalk it all together on Zoom with you all. So I can't wait. Be a fun way to celebrate my birthday. It's the double nickels birthday. I'm not sure how that happened, but yes, it is that age. And I thought, you know what better way to celebrate than with all of you? So we're gonna have a little chalking party. And I'd love to have you come. I do have some information about it in my VIP group. If you missed it or you're not a member of my VIP group and you want to be, I'd love to have you. Just go ahead and type in VIP in the comments. I'll make sure you get the link if you don't have it. If you are already a chalk couture designer, sadly, I am not allowed to have you in my VIP group. It is just for customers. If you're a customer and want to become a designer and have fun with me on my team, I'd love to have you. And you get to actually join my other special VIP group, and that's just for my team. So rest assured, we will be watching out for you. All right, so let's get this guy back. And just to kind of keep things simple here, I'm not taking it off the backer sheet. Notice I'm just lifting it up and sticking it in here. My little crazy way of doing this. All right, so we're gonna get that little guy in there, and he is gonna be our darker gray. So this storm. When you're using a small space, these little mini squeegees are great. Or you can use the multi-tool. That's a really nice tool to get into these small spaces as well. So if you don't have one of those, it'd be a good thing to add to your tool list. All right, so he is on here now. See, so we've got another cute little guy. And then we're gonna add this piece next right here in orange. And we are almost ready to put our words. Are you ready? I'm so excited for the words. Okay, here we go. So we've got our box frame. And on this one, we're going to put the word autumn. I have used this before, but I'm going to fuzz it just to be on the safe side. I think this is, yep, dry. Yeah. My hands had chalk on them, but not because the board was wet, but because, you know, I'm a mess. It just happens. It just happens, my friends. Sometimes life is messy. Thankfully, this all cleans up with water, right? Now, if you are loving this autumn design, it is now available to my club members. If you're not a club member, I would love to welcome you to my special club. You get an awesome transfer like this shipped to you each month for just $19.99, and you get 3 coordinating chalk paste colors. If you want to see the chalk paste colors that come along with this month's kit, if you type in kit in the comments, I'll be sure to send you some more info, or head over to my VIP group because there'll be good stuff in there about this month's club as well. I always put together an album of ideas for my club members in my VIP group, so you can get lots of inspiration and ideas on how it is that you can use each month's transfer. And lots of times you can actually mix and match each month's transfer and use elements from each one to create a really fun and unique design. So I try to give you lots of ideas around that. There is nothing better than being a club member because there are so many perks. And again, if you want to know more about that, you just let me know. I know my friend Carrie is a club member. Rhonda is a club member. I just added 2 new club members in the beginning of the month and the end of last month. So it is definitely a great place to be. So we'd love to have you join us. And there we go. Look at that. Doesn't that just pop? Right? So look at how cute that is. And then we add in our cute little pumpkins, right? On our tray here as a little embellishment. And it's super sweet, isn't it? And they smell really good. They make your house smell really awesome. So we've got this guy all set. Let's just finish up our little leaf. And he's another little cute embellishment that can be added onto this or a tiered tray. And in this case, we're going to use the word hello. And remember, our leaf is going to be sitting this way. By the way, these are double-sided, so you could totally do something on the other side of this as well. We have some really cute transfers that are actually made specifically to go on these. So if you love those designs. So I'm trying to decide if I should go with orange on here and let this pop. No, I think we're going to stick with our trend. I'm loving this beautiful storm. We'll overlap a little bit of that orange that was on the leaf, but I think it's going to look great. So the last of summer is upon us, but it's not quite over yet. As a matter of fact, we're heading to the beach for a couple of days at the end of the week. Look. Let's see if I can hold this the right way. There we go. So there we go. So we've got hello. Hey, Beth. The sweater stripes. You know, I'll have to look up which. It's the woven, I think it's called the woven plaid. It is a retired transfer. But it's so stinking cute. I just had to grab it. We have a bunch of different options for patterns out, but I wanted to try this one because I thought it just looked really fun and festive to me. So we've got our Hello Autumn, and we've got this cute little tray, and now we just need to put on a little orange on this guy, and we've got this cute little set ready to go. All right, so here we go. We're gonna add this right here in the middle, and we're gonna grab our orange. And then, my friends, we get to go to the fun part and show you how to make these darling little pumpkins. And guaranteed, even if you're not crafty, you're gonna be able to do these darling little pumpkins. They are so stinking easy. This is a tiny little surface here, so it's a little easier if I pick it up, I think. And so this is the 2 grays, the grayish, as we said, and the Shimmer Pumpkin along with the storm. So look at that. Isn't that cute? So there we go. We've added a cute little extra embellishments, and voila, now we've got this cute little fall decor set along with our pumpkins that we can set out on our table. And if you stuck your hand in your O like I just did because it wasn't dry, we can fix it. As I tell everybody, my favorite saying that we have is everything is figure-outable, because it totally is. So there we go, my friends. What did you think of this cute little kit? Did you like it all together? So all of these surfaces, the transfers, everything that you see here, is available. If you do love this autumn transfer, the only way to get it is if you are a club member. I'd love to tell you more about how to become a club member and all the perks. Just put in club in the comments and I'll be sure to let you know. All right, so we're gonna put this aside and we're gonna move on to the pumpkins. Are you ready? They'll just take 2 seconds and you'll see just how darn cute they all are. Got some crazy fireworks going on outside. I don't know what that's about. Why do we need fireworks tonight? Thanks, Mary Kay. I'm glad you love it. Wait till you see these pumpkins. You're going to love it. So I have a little container of water over here if you're wondering what it is I'm doing with my dirty squeegees. I like to have a little Tupperware container so I can just throw them in and makes them easier to clean up when we're done here. Of course, I also just threw the lid of my paste container in the water too. Oh, guys, you know, sometimes just life is crazy, right? Just crazy. All right, so ready for the pumpkins? All right, so the only thing you need, we just talked about this before, this tool is going to make your life really easy. If you do not have our multi-tool, it's worth buying just for these darn pumpkins, right? So this is our multi-tool, and it is what's going to make these cute little impressions on our pumpkins, okay? So I'm gonna push this off to the side, and let me tell you what this is. So this is some dough that I made using applesauce. I know they are. You can hear them, huh? My window's open. Maybe that's why. They do sound like they're right in the backyard, though. This is applesauce and cinnamon. And when I made these, I followed a recipe that also added some white Elmer's glue. This does not have the glue in it. This is just the applesauce and the cinnamon. So I would say I liked this way better. So that's using the glue. So this recipe is 1 cup of cinnamon, 2/3 cup of applesauce, and 2 tablespoons of white Elmer's glue. That's it. So once you mix that all together, then you want to roll the dough into a ball. So here is our ball. And you can decide how big or small you want them to be. I kind of liked them this size, kind of like a really large marble. And then here's the fun part. We're gonna take our multi-tool and using the tapered end, we're gonna press it in to make it look like we've got little pumpkin stripes. So you're gonna press down fairly good all the way around. And by holding the top and the bottom, you can kind of give it a little swoosh. And there we go. Before you're done, you want to make sure that you grab a little stick. These are just little cutouts from a grapevine wreath, and they have the cute little curlies on the end. You want to stick those in. And then these are going to go into the oven, regular oven at 200 degrees. And believe it or not, you're going to bake them at 200 degrees for about 2 hours. You want them to get super hard. Yeah, so Debbie, the recipe is 1 cup of cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of white glue, and then 2/3 of a cup of 2/3 of a cup of applesauce. So you can decide kind of how far apart you want these little things. Remember, pumpkins aren't perfect, right? So yours shouldn't be perfect either. When you bake them in the oven for that long, all you're waiting for is for them to get super hard. but I'm going to tell you, your house is going to smell heavenly. Matter of fact, my daughter came over today, saw them, smelled them, and she said, "Can I have some?" I said, "Absolutely. Take them home." And they add really nice scent to your kitchen. And that's it. That's all it takes. I do like the glue consistency a little bit better and with the glue than without. You can also add a little nutmeg. I added a little bit of nutmeg, and that kind of gave it also another little extra boost of flavor. So here we go. Our ball. You see it makes a big mess on your hands. It's a little stickier without the glue for some reason. That's what I found. And then again, just using your multi-tool, create the little spots. And no, the fireworks, the dogs don't mind the fireworks. We did find that our breeder that we got the dogs from does some noise sensitivity training with when they're really little, and that seems to have done the trick. They don't mind loud noises at all. So there we go. And again, if they crack a little, even better. Like I said, a little bit more authentic. And the key though really is that you want to get these into the oven and let them get super hard, about 2 hours, really low temperature. And I put them on a piece of parchment paper and put the parchment paper on a baking stone, and that kind of helped keep it all together. So that was it. So if you loved this project, I hope you loved it as much as I do. I'd love to hear if you give it a try and show me a picture if you finished it. And I'll post our finished picture of our project along with our pumpkins. And stay tuned for that. And if I can be of any assistance in helping you to find the perfect DIY project for you, you please reach out to me. I'd be happy to help. And of course, be sure to join my VIP group and get all the awesome specials and deals and projects that I show there. There we go. Cute little guy. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a wonderful night. Me and my cinnamon hands are going away. Until I see you next time, guys, have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Bye.